Do you want to know something crazy? The Bentonville School District is actually building both multi-family and single-family homes on Bentonville School District property to house admin and teachers. So today we're talking about, first of all, is that even legal? And secondly, why? So let's talk about that. Hey everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. I was a real estate broker located in the dumpster fire, the horrible, the destitute state of Illinois. Moved here from Chicagoland over 3 years ago. And I could have moved anywhere I wanted to in America. I could have moved to all the places you're looking at probably right now, but I chose Northwest Arkansas for so many different reasons. So let me know if you're coming to the area. We can grab coffee, we can grab lunch, talk about why I chose Northwest Arkansas versus anywhere else in America, and why it's the best place to live in America by far. And if you haven't been to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is. Literally, it's a starter pack full of all the cool things Northwest Arkansas. What's going on downtown Bentonville? What's in Fayetteville? What are the schools like? What are the hospitals like? All the cool things you need to know about Northwest Arkansas. Boop, 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 boop. Package, shipped right to your home, right to your home. Enter your name below, enter your address below. Where am I shipping this package to? Let me know with all the information below. I'll make sure you get the package shipped to you right away. Also, side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking. It is my favorite four-letter F word. Free! So enter your information below and make sure they get the package shipped to you right away. Alright, so the first question we need to answer is actually, is this even legal what they're doing? Can a school district on state property almost become a for-profit land business thing? And that's where it gets kind of tricky. They actually had to go to the state of Arkansas, to Little Rock, and petition this. So the short answer is, long story short, yes, it's legal, but without some weird hiccups. Because not that it's pretty unprecedented for this to happen across America, because usually school districts don't build homes, obviously. So what they had to go to school what they actually had to go to Arkansas for was to actually go petition the board for land use, essentially, and then do that. So they're actually running the organization through the Excellence Foundation, based out of through Rogers, basically because like a state nonprofit organization, the school system can't necessarily be, you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of like, it's all paperwork at the end of the day. So long story short, yes, it's legal, but here's what they're going to be actually doing to the actual property itself. So it's 9 acres total, and they're actually building a lot of housing. And the interesting part is we're going to go through the housing, what it's going to be here really briefly, and then we're going to talk about some of the reasons why and what are the outcomes going to be. So I'm looking at my notes over here, but they're going to add about 50 to 60 multi-housing units and families with 2 or 3 bedrooms, obviously. And then due to state funding, according to these notes, they can't just be designated exclusively for school employees, so they're going to have to kind of balance between there. So they're getting they're trying to find some real loopholes here. The second part of this is 20 to 1 to 2 bedroom single family rental units, and then I'm guessing that they're going to rent it to, obviously. And then 20 single family homes, 1 to 2 bedroom homes are going to be priced between $180,000 to $200,000. So what they're doing essentially is a very low profit margin business, just to actually solve some of these housing issues when it comes to teachers in around Bentonville area specifically. So obviously the second part of all this, beyond the legal stuff, yes, it's legal, but the second part of why Bentonville is actually building out their own housing, essentially, and the big question is why? Why would you need your own housing? Why is a school district getting into the housing industry? That's kind of weird. But here's what happened last in 2022. There were 3 teachers that got hired in Bentonville School District, and basically they couldn't end up coming here because they couldn't find affordable housing. Now, I will, as in a person in real estate, I'm very familiar with this, obviously. If it was just Bentonville, so the teachers that are brand new teachers that are moving to the area, the first year teachers that have no experience make $51,000 in Bentonville specifically. And they got a 7%, almost 7% pay bump over the last couple of years, or last year, honestly, for this upcoming year. So my theory is that when the teachers that were coming in here, the 3 specifically, everyone else seemed to find housing, of course, but the last 3, they might have not looked in Centerton, they might not looked in Bella Vista, they might have looked in P. Reyes, they might have looked at, there's places. There is affordable housing when it comes to rentals in Bentonville for sure, but when it comes to housing, it gets a little more tricky because it's more tricky. for obvious reasons. Now, long story short is that the reason they're doing this is because the superintendent saw it as an issue, and to solve the problem and make an example of things, that's why they're going to start building these whole things. So this actually started last year. I've been following this for a while now because they brought it up in a meeting I was at like last year. I've been following the whole process of it going for Arkansas and then getting approved and then going for the board and blah, 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 blah. So long story short, this all started last year and it's finally coming to fruition. I was actually at a meeting like a month ago where they actually laid out the whole building plan of it, and they're finally coming to the public saying, here's what we're going to be doing. So long story short, the reason that they're doing all this is obviously Bentonville's doing their own things when it comes to, affordable housing, Pea Ridge, Bella Vista, Centerton, Fayetteville, the whole thing. But the school system wants to make sure that they can keep moving forward and making sure they have their own affordable housing, and they're doing this direction by leveraging the land of 9 acres and building houses for potential admin, potential teachers, so they do have something affordable that they can, when they hire people, it's an easy peasy, lemon squeezy, here's a house for you, here's some rental stuff, buy a house, etc. And before we jump on to the next point, I have something brand new called Instant Home Updates. So maybe you're looking to move to the area and you're using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Notifications, way too slow, way too slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is, it's literally Instant Home Updates. So enter your name below, enter your information below, square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms. Where do you want to move to Northwest Arkansas? Let me know with all the information below. I'll make sure to miss a single notification when it comes for homes for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, side note, every single Friday I send an email out just kind of talking about all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. When is the Christmas lighting ceremony? When is the Christmas parades? What are all the cool things happening in downtown Rogers? What are all the cool things happening in Pinnacle? What new businesses are moving here? What new things are happening in the Walmart? So much all the time. So much all the time. Enter your name below, enter your email below. I'll get that email to you every single Friday, kind of talking about all the cool things happening here. But just, sadly, you will get a little fear of missing out, little FOMO, so to speak. But I promise you will be the most informed person eventually when you make your way down to Northwest Arkansas. And the third and final question when it comes to why is Bentonville School District building their own housing? Now, I answered the first part was like they just want to do the thing. They want to make sure there's affordable housing. But what I really think is happening partially is obviously they saw a problem and here's a solution. Definitely a unique solution because I don't know of any school districts that have done this in the past across America. Very, very unique is to actually have land, build their own housing, etc. But really what I think is happening is this weird tension point where it's putting pressure on the city of Bentonville to move faster and do more because the school district, I'm sure there's I'm not in these meetings, but I'm sure there's a couple words said. But Bentonville's housing is definitely on the higher end stuff. Centerton is much better. Pea Ridge, Bella Vista, Springdale, Fayetteville, all better. But Bentonville definitely is the shining star, if you want to call it shining, for unaffordable housing because of obvious reasons. But long story short, there are major plans in the works for them to make housing more affordable. But I think what this is kind of saying, the school district doing this is saying, we can't rely on you at the moment to do this. We need to move faster, we need to move better, and we need to move quicker and just get it done. So again, this seems to be more of like a political thing, both to solve a problem and also kind of say like, hey, we're going to do the thing that you can't do and we're going to make sure we jump the hoops to get there faster and better than you can. So again, it kind of showcases when priorities align and things get done, things get done. So I guess this is a good example of when someone who needs housing, aka the superintendent and school board of Bentonville needs housing for teachers because they can't hire anyone because there's no affordable housing according to them, then they find land, they build homes. So very interesting. I don't know if this will actually, I'm sure this will actually happen this will actually physically happen. I assume so. But my guess is that it will be a pressure point for Bentonville to be like, have egg on their face to be like, do the thing, make housing more affordable, cut red tape, make things easier, etc. Move faster. So I'm guessing that's going to be a big push of it. And by the time I feel like they actually start building this project in Bentonville School District, the city itself will just be on the same time frame. I think it'll all work out in the end. But I think this is kind of a stab in the side, like, hey, make some more affordable housing essentially. So there you go. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you are thinking about coming down to Northwest Arkansas, download my 3-day itineraries link below. Maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids, whatever it is, whatever it is, there's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you. So go ahead and download it and use it to get down here. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour so I can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar would go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, that's the next one.